Hello and welcome back to the KCC channel. I'm Rob and I hope you are having a wonderful day today. Today I have a couple of stories for you, both with updates from the Am I the Butthole subreddit. Before we start, yesterday I asked you all to comment down below where you were from and I got a ton of comments on that video. Today I'd like to know what your age is, so comment down below your age and I'll try to respond to as many as possible. Alright, on to the stories, let's jump right in. This story comes to us from I Like Peaches. My, female 23, boyfriend, male 27, gives me horrible gifts and I'm fed up. We've been together since 2019. Our first Christmas together, I got him an Alexa with the accessories to make his apartment a smart home. He moved into an apartment around his birthday, so I got him a microwave, toaster, silverware, etc. His most recent birthday, I got him an at-home golf set because he recently became obsessed with golf. It cost more than expected, but I was happy to give it to him. Our first Christmas together, he gave me a video game and the money he owed me. For my birthday, he got me another video game. My birthday and Christmas is coming up, same day. I bought him a signed Steelers football because that's his favorite NFL team. He just told me the gift he got me, and this might be dramatic, but I had to stop myself from crying. He went on a solo vacation earlier this year, and my birthday present is that he printed the pictures from his vacation and put it in a photo book. This is the gift to everyone: his mom, his sister, his brother, friends, and me. He mentioned it before, and I politely told him I did not want that gift. I actually told him I would hate it, and he laughed it off. I've been telling him since we started dating that I like jewelry and would love that as a gift. He tells me he hates going into jewelry stores, and more recently, a couple days ago said, "You already have so much jewelry, why would I buy you more?" At this point, it feels disrespectful, and after finding out my gift today, I told him to just not get me anything. It literally feels like he doesn't care about me or my feelings. He calls me materialistic because I like to buy myself things, and I feel like if I tell him how I truly feel, he'll just call me materialistic some more, or maybe I am materialistic. Maybe this is a sweet and thoughtful gift, and I ruined it for him. Jumping down to the comment section on this one, there's one from a user called Darkness and Beyond. It says, "The issue isn't the gift. The issue is that he makes no effort to do something you would like. He sounds like he's in his own head. This isn't going to change, so up to you if you want to live with it long term." OP responded and said, "Thank you. I thought maybe I was being dramatic, so I made this post. I'll definitely be talking to him about it tonight." Another user called Smooth Kale is Gross said, "How did it go?" And OP replied with a pretty big one here. It says, "I talked to him about it last night, unsure if that is still my gift. He's offended that I don't like his heartfelt gift that he sat down and put together. I told him I understand he's taking time to put the pictures in the photo album, but I do not want or deserve the same gift as his co-workers and parents. I want a gift that shows me that he knows me and listens." He started laughing and saying, "Sorry I can't buy you Prada or Louis Vuitton." He was joking, but it still offended me. I've never in my life asked him or anyone for types of brands or gifts. I don't even own it. I asked him if he at least understood my point of view. He said no and told me he thinks it's crazy. He explained he doesn't know where or how to buy jewelry and does not online shop. I gave him a couple stores to look at, but he didn't say much about it, so we'll see. I understand he grew up not receiving many gifts or celebrating things. I empathize with that. But I've been here the past 4 years trying to celebrate Thanksgiving, birthdays, Christmas, exchange gifts, and he's still not adjusting. Then I guess it's just a part of him I can't change. He keeps making comments about me being materialistic, stating I expect a $200 gift, which I have never asked for. I told him I wouldn't mind a $20 to $50 gift, and he told me I'm lying. I'm not sure where he's gotten this idea of me being so mean and spoiled just because I work hard and provide for myself, but it hurts that I'm not being heard or seen. Since I turned 17, everything I own I have paid for myself, because I no longer wanted to bother my parents. We haven't spoken at all today, so it's just been me reading these comments and rethinking a lot of things. Thank you for checking in. Another comment from a deleted account here says, stop buying him sweet and thoughtful gifts, give him a framed picture of himself. You need to consider if you want to remain in this relationship. OP, I firmly believe this isn't going to get better. A bad gifter isn't going to all of a sudden be better at thinking about what other people want. He's telling you he doesn't like jewelry stores because it's all about him. He doesn't want to go into the jewelry store. He doesn't want to be uncomfortable for a couple of minutes to make you happy on a holiday. What is up with that? That's a guy that I wouldn't want to be spending time around. I don't know why OP's sticking around. Alright, OP posted an update. It's titled, Update, my female 23, boyfriend male 27, gives me horrible gifts and I'm fed up. I bought him a signed Steelers football. He got me a photo book with pictures from his solo vacation. A couple people have been asking for an update, so I thought I'd just make a quick post. We broke up. My birthday party was on the 23rd, and he told me he'd be working the entire day. When I called him to check in, he said he got the day off and was going to spend it watching football with his friends. I reminded him about my party, and he said he hates going out and already promised his friend he'd watch football. I must have said, but it's my birthday, in confusion like 10 times, before he said it's not your birthday, it's just your birthday party, and I'm not coming. I told him that was okay, cause I was over it. I asked him how Christmas was going to work, and he told me he would stop by. He reminded me that he didn't get me anything because I didn't want his photo album, and he refuses to buy my jewelry. He then told me how much it hurt his feelings that I didn't want his photo book, and said, I've never met someone so inconsiderate. This is when we sorta started to argue. I told him if the photo book came with something more heartfelt, then I'd appreciate it more, but I don't deserve the same gift being given to his coworker and his parents. I'm giving this gift to everyone that I love. Yes, I understand that, but you could have added a handwritten card or notes, literally anything. Also, yes, I said I like jewelry, but if you saw literally anything that reminded you of me, I would have loved it. I just want to know you care or thought about me. He said, for my ex's birthday, I played her a song on the piano. I don't understand why you can't be that type of girl. I asked him how he would know if he's never done that for me. I didn't even know he could play the piano. My ex in high school played me the piano, and I thought it was the sweetest thing. If he played it for me, I would have loved it. I'm not sure why he decided to bring up exes. He told me I was just trying to make him feel guilty, which he will never do. His words, not mine. So we broke it off. After I broke it off, he said it's probably for the best because he's looking for someone he can buy a house and combine his money with. I reminded him that I'm the only one with savings and also make more than him. I asked for the golfing set back and told him he could keep all the other gifts. He asked why and is now ignoring me when I text asking for a time to meet up and get it. He said it was stupid that I wanted it back. I do feel a bit guilty when I see videos of people receiving horrible gifts and pretending to love it, so I don't know how to feel. I definitely could have sucked it up, but I guess it was time for us to go our separate ways. Jumping down to the comment section on this one, there's one from a user called UnusualPotato1515. It says, well done for breaking up with this selfish guy who does not prioritize you or care to make you happy. It's not about being materialistic, but feeling seen, heard, and cared for, none of which he did. The kicker is him being so flippant about not going to your birthday party. Screw him. Another commenter called Hello Junebug said, you suck it up if people are just simply not great at gift giving, then can help them be better. This guy is literally the most inconsiderate butthole on the planet. Glad you broke up with him, my goodness. Yep, this is what I mentioned at the end of the first part. This guy was really only thinking of himself. And I'm guessing that doesn't only pertain to gift giving. I'm guessing he only thinks of himself in a lot of other parts of the relationship. OP, the best thing you could have done was distance yourself from this person, and I'm glad to hear that that's exactly what you did. I know eventually you'll find somebody who loves you for you and is considerate of you and your needs and wants as well. This story comes to us from Throw RA Light Switch. I blocked my now ex-girlfriend after finding out she was engaged and didn't tell me, but she is depressed right now. Just want to get this off my chest because this has been a whirlwind. My now ex-girlfriend, female 28, recently distanced herself from me, male 26, due to mental health issues. Of course, I was very concerned about this and tried to stay supportive without pressuring her during a tough time in her life. We slowly stopped talking. The relationship was newer, so I didn't know her friends very well and decided to find their social media to see if I can stay in contact with them for updates on her well-being. My ex-girlfriend had told me during our 6 months that she doesn't use social media. When I found her friends online, I also found out my ex does have social media and uses it regularly. To my surprise, I find out she has been engaged to someone since 2019. When checking public records, her fiance's primary address was listed the same as hers. I was shocked and asked her about these things despite her mental state. She denied the relationship and said they broke it off in 2020, to which I presented her with a photo of them in 2022. She told me she always lived alone and bought her place out of interest for seeing new areas, not living with a fiance. She said I was being crazy and said it's none of my business. She told me to leave her alone and I said gladly, to which she wildly kept on talking. I think she panicked and realized she was losing part of her support system. Part of me is shocked, happy, and relieved to have found the truth and get the F out of there before I get myself into a mess with this person. But part of me feels terrible for leaving her when she is struggling and most likely adding to it. I guess I will never know what the full truth is or if she was even struggling. Am I a terrible person for doing this? OP added an update. It says, did contact the fiance, will let you know what happens if he responds. 24 hours later, fiance has not responded or hasn't seen the message on his social media yet. Ex-girlfriend deleted her social media account entirely with photos of them and info saying they were engaged. She still has another social media account that is private and actively uses that. I don't have access to it at this time. She has added 7 posts to it just this week. We'll update again if fiance responds, not sure when that will be. Jumping down to the comment section on this one, there's one from a user called Chain Gun Samurai. It says, sounds like she's the one throwing herself in over her head and then expecting others to pull her out. She lied, she got caught. She isn't willing to face the consequences, not the butthole. OP responded to this one and said, I feel crappy because I did genuinely want to help her during this time and be there for her. So that part kinda still stings and makes me feel guilty. I'm working on it. Another commenter down below called SoFlirk2018 said, yes, I'm sure hiding a boyfriend from your fiance is a struggle. OP responded and just said, laugh out loud. Alright, so we know from OP's small update at the end there that they did contact the fiance, but we don't know what the fallout was from that yet. There is an update from OP, which I'm going to get to in a second, but I want to know from you guys, what would you do in this situation? Would you contact the fiance and let them know? Or would you just turn around, walk away, and put the whole thing in your rearview mirror? Comment down below if you're listening on YouTube, and if you're on the podcast, well, go to YouTube and comment down below this video. Alright, OP's update is titled, Update, I blocked my now ex-girlfriend after finding out she was engaged and didn't tell me, but she is depressed right now. I have an update on the development of this situation. Thank you for all the comments and support. I contacted her fiance, who filled me in on a lot of details. We decided to get on a phone call to sort things out. It turns out they were together while I was talking with her. They were even still together while I was visiting her place, and she would hide all of his belongings, clothes, PC, pictures of them on the wall. She would only let me come over when he was out of town for work or visiting his family. He said he never knew about me, and she hid it very well. He also explained the following. They did end up breaking off the engagement, but he broke it off because he caught her cheating with not one, but two other guys during their 5-year relationship, one of which happened right before she started talking to me. She would send them messages, talk dirty, etc. She did the same thing with me. I also found out that the way I met her and the things she said to me are the exact same things she told her fiancé before they moved in together and got engaged. This girl told me that she wanted to get married and move in with me just the same way. In addition to this, apparently, the fiancé met her while she had lived in another state and was in a relationship with someone in the army. She left her army boyfriend, who she met online just like her fiancé and me, to be with this guy and move in with him. The fiancé said he is not mad at me for any of this and was very chill and understanding. We both agree that she is crazy AF. So it turns out she does this consistently and has made a pattern of it, almost as if she knows what she is going to do before it even happens. She knows all of the right things to say to get the guy emotionally attached to her, and then she does whatever she wants once she knows she has them wrapped around her finger. I guess once she gets bored with them or starts feeling guilty, she cuts it off and starts all over again with a new person and continues building on the lies of her past. Thank God I dodged this ticking time bomb. Holy. I thought crap like this only happened in movies. This is seriously one messed up individual. I do not feel bad about blocking her at all anymore. OP added one more little update at the end of this one. It says, update, she spoke with her fiancé after I contacted him, and she told him I lied about everything. When she got distant in our relationship together and said we needed a break, she went back to him begging to take her back, and he said no, laugh out loud. She probably would have come crawling back to me after had I stuck around to support her in her hard times. Jumping down to the comment section on this one, there's one from a user called Confident Expert 695. It says, dodged a bullet there, Neo. The next commenter, Cassandra Canmore, says, bro dodged a rocket, not just a bullet. Another commenter down below called Mila Markovic said, it always sucks to find out that someone isn't the person you thought or knew they could be, but you seem like you're handling this super well, and hopefully it won't cloud your perceptions going forward. OP responded and said, yeah, honestly, I'm scared knowing she wasn't who she says she was. For all I know, she could have committed a crime against me had I stayed in it, and I would have never seen it coming. So this story has me wondering if the girlfriend's claims of depression are actually true and not just a manipulation tactic, because it kind of sounds to me like it was a tactic. Although it could be true that she is in a depressive state because her life is always going the same way where she has to hide things from people, and I can see how that would wreak havoc on your mind. One thing for sure is true, OP, good for you for getting away from this, and honestly, I'm really happy that you told the fiancé because they needed to know so they weren't continuing a relationship with this crazy person.